Porn Stars People Podcast. I'm Dan Frigolette. I'm here with Macy Cartel.
Yes.
Thank you for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
We just kicked out the entire staff to get this fantastic room.
Oh, it's super fantastic.
This thing. Okay, so we're here for Exotica.
Mm-hmm.
How many of these are you involved in? How many have you been to?
I've been to almost every single one for the past couple of years.
Yeah.
I missed New Jersey last year, but when it's cold, I don't like cold.
You got a pretty good week so far.
No, this is freezing.
Really?
This is freezing.
Really?
When we were driving up and I got out at I think it was Virginia. It was like 35 degrees, and I'm like,
35 in what? In Celsius?
No,
really?
degrees. I was like, I can't live like this.
It's like 65 degrees today.
No, it's freezing.
Okay, this is gonna be crazy for you. This is gonna be a crazy weekend then for you. If this is cold, then you're in trouble.
Like you came in and saw me in this huge ass fur jacket. Like I had no choice.
Yeah, what's funny is I was like, I wonder if I'll be able to spot her. And then you walked in that fur jacket. And I was
You're
like,
no,
that's her.
That's her.
Definitely her. That's funny. So what do you? I don't know what's the major takeaway? I don't want to say what's the point. But what do you get out of coming to these conferences mostly?
A lot of networking.
Yeah.
The networking is big. I do meet fans. AVNs is more fan based,
right.
So I meet a lot more fans than AVNs. But this is one of the biggest shows that Exotica throws.
Yeah.
So I do meet a lot of fans here.
It's one of the oldest. This is the oldest one, I think.
I think so.
Had,
I
right?
think so. It's always here.
And it's the only thing that's in this part of the world. It's the only thing that's up in this area in the Northeast. So
yeah. So it gets a lot of pull.
Yeah.
Plus it's really heavily populated. I saw driving through DC today that is really heavily populated. So
yeah, you crossed all the places. So you did DC, Baltimore, Philly, and New York all on the same day, which on 95 that's chaos.
Yeah. Well, I drove up from Tampa all the way up.
So it's interesting. So I think Florida is a particular place to drive, like the way that people react to things. But then you're kind of good through so what did you went through Georgia?
Went through Georgia,
South Carolina, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So you're good kind of through there. And then it starts to fuck up again. Around Virginia.
Getting out of Florida was a nightmare because we live in downtown Tampa.
Yeah.
So that was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
But then going all the way up through Georgia, it was easy.
Right.
Well, except for going through Waldo, Florida. Don't ever speed through there.
Waldo.
Yeah. Okay. So Waldo, Florida is known for if you go 1 mile an hour over, whoop whoop.
Really?
Yes.
Even on the highway?
Yes, they're bad.
Fuck
So
that.
when you're going through their town, it goes 55, 35, 45.
Yeah.
And then it jumps back up to 55, and then it'll drop back down to 35.
Right.
And the cops sit right there at those and they're just lighting people up, and I'm like, so as we're going through Waldo, I'm like 35.
Yeah, that's when you love the cruise control. You just go.
Yeah, literally. I was like,
Plop it.
And my husband was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "We're in Waldo."
Listen, I got some information. It's insider shit. Don't you worry about it. We're not getting pulled over tonight. That's funny. When was the last time you got pulled over? Do you have a trick?
No, so the last time I got pulled over was for my DUI.
Okay, you're not talking your way out of that one. Or some people are, but you did not.
No, listen. Some people really can, but
Yeah.
I had all the wristbands on me from the club, and I was intoxicated. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I wasn't obliterated drunk. But I had all the wristbands on, and the guy gets out, and he's like, "I'm a DUI specialist," and I'm like, "Shit. Just lock me up.
Wow.
I'm ready to go."
Really? You went?
I didn't cry. I didn't do any
Yeah.
the little girly thing. I'm just like, well, I'll go to jail.
I like how that's what you were the most worried about. It's I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna
I'm
take
gonna
this hit
take
like
this.
a man.
Yes, I'm just gonna, and I sat in the back of the car, and I'm just sitting
No
there, and he
shit.
goes, "Are you all right?" I'm like, "I'm fine."
Yeah.
You're just gonna take me to jail. But then I got to the jail, and I'm like, I'm too nice for this. I'm too pretty. Why am I here? But then the cops knew me from Wing House because they would always come to lunch in there.
Hilarious.
And they're like, "You don't have to go back into your cell. You can stay in the little booking area." So I sat there for 8 hours, and I'm like, and then they
just in the booking area.
in the booking area. They tried to feed me a bologna
You're not
sandwich.
even locked up.
Nope. I was free. They stuck me in they tried to put me in those underwear, and I was like,
What's the underwear?
It looks like a parachute.
I don't know the jail underwear. Why would they try to put you in there? Just because they want?
Okay, so I probably didn't have underwear on. This was 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So I probably didn't have underwear on.
Oh, you were still wing lady. You still worked there at the time.
I still worked at Wing House, but I was at a club, so I had a dress on, and I probably didn't have underwear on because I'm a hoe. And they stuck me in a little orange fucking jumpsuit, and they gave me the
jumpsuit.
Oh yeah. They were like, you know what? This is going to be detrimental to your mental health. Let me just stick you in this ugly ass
I did an
shoe.
overnight. They didn't try to dress me.
No, they were like, nope, put this on.
They tried to feed me.
No, they tried to feed me a bologna sandwich, and I'm like, I don't want that.
Cheese sandwich.
Oh, cheese.
And I got like a thing with cheese because it's like the amount that it needs to be clean, because cheese will pick up any dirt.
Oh.
Right, so the
I'm gonna
amount it
throw
needs
up.
to be right. The amount the cheese needs to be clean. I need to like watch it get. You know what I mean? So it's like even if there's like I was like, I just am not gonna eat. It's fine.
Okay, I can't do this. I can't live like this. Yeah,
I don't know what's in this cheese sandwich. It's crazy.
They hand me this bologna sandwich, and I'm like I try not to be bougie. Like I'll eat like I'll eat fast food and stuff. But like they handed me this, and
It's
I'm
fucking
like,
jail food. It's county jail.
I'm
food.
like, what is this? And I'm like, it's a bologna sandwich, and I'm like, I ain't eat that. And all of a sudden, there was like 3 guys in the background like, I'll eat it.
Let me
And
have
I'm
that.
like,
Let me have that. Yeah.
I'm like, no. What do you want?
That's funny.
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
Yeah, so I had two experiences. I had one where I'm like it's like drunk tank type jail because of a thing with me and this girl back when I was 20, and I still thought at the time like cops are on my side, right, kind of thing, which was, I found out a mistake. And then there's like the chill part. Like just make it to the morning to the judge, and then there's like this whole other holding while you wait to see the judge, which was more brutal because it was kind of a room like this. It wasn't really any bars, just like a room, and then it was like toilet in the corner thing, no toilet paper. So I was watching dudes go take shits without toilet paper, and I was like, what is happening? How is this?
I would
and
have been traumatized.
Well, yeah, I couldn't look because there was a dude who was like trying to like clean out his nails, and I was like, oh my god, I can't fucking look at this guy. I'm gonna vomit. So they had you sit 8 hours just in
8 hours.
just
Well,
in
by
hangout.
the time I got to the jail, it was because they do it for like from the time of arrest, and they like drove around with me for like 2 hours because
Really?
they know that you have to sit in the jail until like from time of
Right.
arrest for 8 hours. So they're like, well, we'll take you on a joyride, and then you can just sit in there.
So it
So
worked out for you, kind of.
yeah, but then the
Really
fuckers,
nice.
because I was a dancer, so I danced at Dollhouse, and I had like my like a big old, I think it was like $1,500 on me.
Yeah.
And at the time, they thought that I was fucking running drugs. I'm like,
Sure.
I'm driving a Ford Explorer. Like,
Right.
there's nothing in there. But so they pulled out like all my dancer clothes. I had 2 12s in the
Yeah.
back, and they pulled it all out. They're
What's
like,
a 12?
Subs. I had
Oh,
2, yeah.
yeah.
I was hitting, okay?
Yeah.
So they were like coming in, like they pulled everything out on the side of the road, and I'm like, there's no drugs. Like I'm a stripper, and they're like, oh, and they like kind of just put everything back, and I went to the jail. And because they put your money on a card, on a debit card that you can't pull
Oh.
it. Yeah. My debit card was gone. So when you get a DUI, they take your license, they confiscate everything.
Yeah.
So as I get out of jail, my friend came and picked me up, and I'm like, yeah. So I realized like I didn't have my card, and I had to go back in there, and they're
Yeah.
like, we don't know what happened to your card. I'm like, there was $1,500 on there. You better find it.
Right.
You better find
They
that
still
shit.
didn't? They just didn't?
It took them about an hour and a half to write me a check. So I got
Oh.
a check from the sheriff's office.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah,
I
and
would have framed
but
that
like,
check.
so I had this check, and I'm like, I can't cash this because I have no ID.
Yeah.
So I like walk into the jail, like I walk into the bank, and I look rough because
They take your ID away.
they take it away, they confiscate it.
Because
So
they don't want you driving.
yeah, because
Right.
I didn't blow.
Tow your
so,
car, take your
The
ID.
whole nine.
You're cut off.
So yeah, I'm
Got
like
it.
rolling into this bank, and it's like probably 11:30, and I'm like rough. You could tell I've had makeup on
Yeah.
for
It
24
looks
hours.
like you've been in jail
Yep.
for
So I walk in
9
there, and I'm
hours.
like, we have an issue. I'm like, I need to cash this, but I just got out of jail. I was like, I can show you my mugshot. So I
Right.
showed the guy my mugshot,
shit.
and they let me cash that check.
Yo,
And I'm like
your
walking out of
life-
there like, ah.
As a beautiful blonde woman,
know,
it's
it's-
very different than everybody else's.
I know, and
life.
it's this shit only happens to me. Okay, I
Yo,
can't make
not
this up.
even that. Like I don't even get the benefit of the doubt at like I was just telling my father like I have like 40 stories where bouncers were fucking with me after they let me into the building just because I look like whatever it is, like there's just like
Yeah,
there's
they
a,
just-
and you have the exact opposite for everything. They're like,
Yeah.
oh listen, we're not gonna take you directly to jail. Do you want to
Right,
hang out with
you
me?
want to hang out with Jay in the back of my cop car?
This is
I'm like,
crazy.
no, not really. These handcuffs hurt.
Do you want to avoid my arrest? How about that?
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy. And that also, like, this is so dumb, and it sounds dumb, even like leave my mouth, but like the amount that those cuffs are real when they strap them on.
Oh, I was like all like,
Yeah.
they put it behind my back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, like this is so uncomfortable. And they're like, well, you're going to jail. It's
I
not supposed to be
played with
comfortable.
baby cuffs as a kid, so I just thought but the weight of real handcuffs.
Okay, so my
the-
husband is is ex-military and he was an MP. So we've already played with all the handcuffs.
The real ones.
But like the real ones.
Yeah.
But it doesn't get any more real when the real like actual like on-duty police officer puts them on you and you got to go to jail.
Right.
Like it's all fun for the bedroom.
Right.
But anything else, you're like, this isn't my.
It's not
I'm
fun.
Good.
It's not fun
Like,
at
can
all.
we just not?
No, but they're legit cuffs. Like, no, but those. That's funny. Those are my memories. Yeah, it's like is the hangout and then the cuffs and the thing. That's fucked up though. But you did get your money. That's crazy. It's crazy
I did. It was just like a whole like series of events where I'm like, is this a joke? Like, is
Right.
Ashton Kutcher from Prank gonna be coming out or like what?
But it's tough because it's like I fucked up and you own me for a little bit. So like you can kind of see the side of it where it's like you're taking away my rights on purpose. It's both like because everybody has to be treated the same. Deal. And then also it's also like they kind of want you to learn the lesson that like don't
listen.
be here forever. Right?
I learned my lesson.
Right.
I will not. My husband and I went out to Red Robin.
Yeah.
Okay. And I had a Bailey's milkshake.
Yeah.
Okay. Bailey's is like 6% alcohol.
Sure.
So
I don't
I'm
know why
like,
you know that, but then like,
So I was a bartender too. So I'm like sucking down this milkshake, and
Right.
he's like, "Okay, let's leave." So we're leaving. It's probably like maybe an hour later. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And he hands me the keys. I'm like, I can't drive.
Yeah.
I drank. And he goes, "The fuck did you drink?" I'm like, "That Bailey's milkshake."
I said, listen, I learned
And
my
he's
lesson.
like, you're joking, right? The 6% alcohol that was in that is
Right.
like gone. I'm
Right.
like, no. I did drink today, so I cannot drive.
Not
And it
doing
was
it.
like, he was like, "Oh my God, give me the keys."
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I
You
learned
learn
my
your
lesson.
I fuck with that.
I mean, I know some people that don't learn their lesson, but for me, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm out.
I don't want to be in this situation again.
I don't want to pay that $13,000.
Yeah, I got in sort of a friend of mine was like driving by one of the comedy clubs I was playing in New York and was like on her way home, she's coming to come scoop me. And I don't drink, so I was like, hey, like I'm in the car a couple minutes and then I'm like, I can kind of smell it. And I'm like, hey, do you want me to drive? Like, she's like, no, I'm good. And I was like, I don't fucking know. And then as we're doing that, she drives herself into like a DWI checkpoint. Like, just because we're supposed to take a left. And she just like, fuck. And it's because she's like, gets nervous. She's the cop. She just drives right into it. And then they pull us over. You know, because they could go either way. They pull us over and sitting on the side. And I'm like, I know. I was like, yo, I don't. Because now it's too late to switch seats. And I'm just like sitting here. I'm like, oh, I don't know what the fuck to do. Luckily enough, they like before they even interacted with us, they were like, "Get out of here," because some other shit was going on. But it was like that moment.
Oh,
of
that moment of like,
just,
this
you could have switched with me. It would have been so easy.
Oh yeah, no. Like I play like mother when I go out. I'm like,
Yeah.
do you want me to drive? Like, do you want me to? Do
Yeah.
you need some water? Do you need some? You need a tissue? Like, do you need
Yeah.
it? And they're like, will you just relax? I'm like, no. I've
This
been
da-
there. I've
yeah.
been to
Well,
jail.
and in this day and age, it's so easy to not drive drunk.
Yeah, I mean, you have Uber. Like the whole reason I drove drunk that night is because I was parked at a bar and I said, hey, if I leave my car here and I come back in the morning, will it still be here?
Right.
And they're like, no, we tow. So I'm
Right.
like, well, fuck, I don't want my car towed and
Right.
have to deal with that. So I drove it home and that's what happened. And I'm like, you fuck. But now that I think about it, I'm like, fuck it, tow my car.
Yeah.
The $400 is way
Yeah.
cheaper than $13,000.
Also, they're not going to take your fucking car.
No, they would. The place
one?
that I
I
parked
don't
at
understand how
was
that
like,
can be a thing. If you're a bar, that can't be your policy. Like that's a shitty policy.
That's a shitty policy.
Why would anybody come to your bar and get drunk anyway if they
No,
can't
so
even
like
leave their
I
car?
would much rather be like, you know what? Keep your car here. It'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so then I don't drive drunk and then I just take a little cab
Right,
home.
like what is your parking lot
Yeah.
doing? What's so important about your parking lot?
Exactly. Like,
Fuck
okay, so
off.
I can't. I was so mad too. I was like, oh, I should have just took a cab.
Yeah.
So now I take Ubers and I take black cars because sometimes I am bougie, so I don't drive in yellow cabs.
Yo,
I'm scared of yellow cabs.
I saw. You're from Tampa. I get why you wouldn't want to fuck with yellow cabs.
No, I just don't want to get in a yellow.
I don't
cab.
like cabs. Period. I've just never
black
been a cab
car
guy. Yeah.
It's a Lincoln. Do you have black cars?
yeah, of course. Yeah.
They're like, it's
I live
like
here.
You live here?
Yeah. Not in Edison, but in New York City.
But so like they have like the black car, like the Lincolns and all that, and I'm like, I want that one.
Right,
And
sure.
in Tampa, they're like maybe $2 more to like get in, but they're
Yeah.
like the same price to
Oh,
drive.
yeah, that's great.
So like I'm like,
That's-
why would I
yeah,
want to go in the yellow thing with like 870 down the side?
Right, shenanigans. Get in the
Why
good
would I
car.
want to get in the banana
Yeah.
when I can just get in the black car?
Right, get in the good car. I saw somebody driving like in a regular limo the other day, and I was like, "Yo, remember limos? Remember when limos were the jam?"
Limos were the jam. My dad picked me up from school in a limo, and
Why?
I swear to God, I thought for no reason.
Just for no reason?
Just randomly did it one day, and I
That's
swear to
dope.
God, I thought I was Britney Spears.
That's
like
dope,
because
yeah.
he pulled into the car
Right.
line.
How good do you feel?
and
Well, he was
and-
driving the limo?
No. He was in the
Okay.
back. They like pulled into the thing,
Yeah.
and I'm like, wow, who's this limo?
Right.
Like, wow.
What a scene.
My little sister, I think, was maybe 5. She's in like kindergarten.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. We're like, oh, who's getting in that? And they called our name. And we're like, what? Like that's for
That's
us.
great.
Yeah, it was white and it like the whole inside of it. And like I remember sliding into it. We're like, wow, this is so big.
And it had like the boomerang
The
on the
little
back.
yeah.
Like fucking Crocodile Dundee style.
It was so cool.
That's so funny.
I'll never forget that.
Dope. And they
Yeah.
Oh, no, they're fine. Yeah, we borrowed the room.
Yeah,
and they were like 30 minutes, but nobody was in the room. So now
I don't think anybody was
Now I'm
coming.
calling bullshit if they come in at 30 minutes. So like 30 minutes, fucking we timed it. Fuck
We
off.
probably outside on a stopwatch.
Is it weird?
right
That's a picture of like a sundial or something, but does it look
Yeah.
like they hung that upside down? Am I wrong?
now. Yes.
Right? And then also it doesn't look like that. And then now that I'm looking at it, isn't that one upside down too? Aren't they all
Yeah.
upside down?
That one's definitely upside down.
Yeah.
But that one might be.
I remember that. Do you ever do the game? Did you? So my big thing as a child was to hang upside down from the couch and then look at the ceiling and pretend like I could walk on the ceiling. It was like my favorite.
Okay, no,
thing.
because I used to imagine that the little popcorns or like what do you call that? The spackle
Yeah.
was like animals. I could like make
Oh,
shapes
sure.
and stuff out of it, like
Yeah.
clouds. But
Yeah.
I would do that. I would do that all the time.
Yeah, and you had one, and you did consistent ones.
Yes.
You're like, where's my
Yep.
horse? My horse right there.
Where's my little dog?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, there it is. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I was a little crazy.
No.
I would lay there and I'm like,
No, this is like back when we were allowed to have imaginations.
Yeah,
Right. Like
yeah.
now everybody's just pulling it off the phone.
yeah, oh yeah, the phones. So I have kids.
Yeah.
My oldest stepdaughter is 12.
Yeah.
And so we got her a phone because we thought, oh, you're at the age you can have a phone. So
Sure.
we got her an iPhone, so she's not, made fun of or whatever the kids like to do.
Okay.
Got her this iPhone, okay?
Right, you're worried about her status. I
Yeah.
bet.
15 days into the cycle of our bill, take a guess at how many text messages she had. Take a guess.
God. Oh, I don't even have a basis to start.
10,000.
10,000.
10,000. My husband and I are both running both vanilla companies and other.
How many
and
do you have?
I have 2.
No. How many text messages do you have?
Oh, I only have like 300.
It's great.
He only had like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But like, I'm like, did I say 10,000? Oh, it does.
Yeah.
So I was like, when does she have time to send 10,000?
Now but we're in the era where you're not paying per text, right?
No, oh no.
So it's
We
like
don't
it
do
wasn't
that.
like a bill.
It
problem.
wasn't a bill problem.
It was just like this
it was
is
just
an
a like
insane amount of.
What is she doing?
Right.
Like, what is going on here?
That's funny. So
And then she got in trouble for it. So my littlest daughter's 4. She's like, I'll take the phone. I'm like, I bet you will, you little greedy.
Well, you just don't want her on it that much.
Well, no, because like her chores weren't getting done. So like,
Oh, I
certain
see, I
things were
see.
getting
So
done.
it
So I'm like, I
was- it
wonder
actually
what's
was-
going on
it
in
was a
here.
cause
And
and
it was like
effect thing.
10,000. I'm like, okay. Like, do your fingers
That's a lot.
hurt? Do you need ice for your
That's a
fingers?
lot.
Like,
Yeah, that's funny. 10,000.
like carpal thumb syndrome.
And
Like,
this
what?
is 2 weeks. You said
in 15 days, yeah.
15 days.
In 15, it's like 3. I don't know. I'm not good at math.
Yeah, I was gonna try to do the math, and then I realized I'm not equipped for it.
Let's spare ourselves. Okay.
So what else did you?
I mean, between her and like, and the text messages and then like everything else, I was like, oh God, I should have swallowed.
Yeah, that's funny.
I was like, should have swallowed these ones.
That's
No,
great.
they're really good kids. So
How many?
I have 2.
2. Very
A
good.
stepdaughter.
2 girls.
2 girls. Oh yeah, 2
Yeah.
girls. God bless me with those girls. Oh, he sure
For
did.
now.
But my
How old are they?
12 and 4.
12 and 4. So you got a couple years before she fake hates you.
Oh yeah. No. The littlest one always says she hates me.
Now.
Yeah, I'm like, go ahead. And then like when I don't feed into it, like, oh no, you love me. And then like if I'm like, go ahead, hate me, I don't care.
No
She's
shit.
like, oh no, I do love mommy. And I'm like, okay, that's what I thought. Then.
Yeah. No
But
shit.
like when she was, so I gave birth to her in a Catholic hospital.
Okay.
Guess what her birth number was?
Her birth number?
Her birth. They give
I
you.
don't even know what
they-
any of
okay,
these
no,
figures are.
they
You're like,
give
how many
you-
text messages? I don't know what it was.
They give you a birth number in the hospital,
does
so
the
your
number mean?
family members can keep track of you without giving out personal information.
Oh.
So
Weird.
some people.
And that's specific to a Catholic hospital.
No, it's at any hospital,
Got it,
but
got it,
this
got it.
one at a Catholic hospital, the number was 666.
Oh. Why would they not skip that? You know what I mean? You know they
so
skip
I'm
the
like
13th
9 months.
floor?
I'm 9 months pregnant, walking in there, and I'm like, and they hand me this
66,
number,
and you're
and I
like,
look at
hell
my
nah.
husband, and I'm like, is this a joke? And he's like, no, what's
Don't
a
pick
joke?
that number
I'm
up.
like, my family's really, really religious. Like, I cannot
Yeah,
have that
I'm not
number.
fucking
If
with
they call and they're
666.
like, this is the number I have to give them, they're going to
That's
be like,
insane.
they'll be in the church. Like,
Yeah, why
I'm
would
like,
you?
I can't have this number. So I'm like, 9 months. I'm like, do you guys have a 13th floor? I'm like, no, that's unlucky. I'm like, but Satan's number is fine.
Hilarious. It's so weird. So that's why the Catholic. There was foreshadowing.
Yeah.
So it's just weird. It's like, why would you like knowing that's happening?
You could
why would
skip
you
the number.
You could skip all of the 600s just to avoid
you
it
could
being
just,
weird.
you know, like mink, like you
Right,
know how it
'cause
goes 12, 14,
Yeah,
like
who
you could
wants
just
663 and 667. Like you don't want
you
any
don't
of
want
those.
anything
It's
near
too
it.
close.
So like after I gave birth to her, like when she was like 9 months
Also,
old.
by the way, when do they restart the cycle? Like
I don't know.
Just do 200. How many
Just start
fucking babies
200
are happening?
Right. Just
start
keep
back
going,
at one.
like, you know, just but like when she was like 9 months old, we're in the backseat of the car and I was like, be quiet, we're almost there. And she goes, like she hissed. I'm like, the demon is coming. I'm like, Jesus, no. I'm like, dear Lord.
No,
I thought she was a demon
that's
for the
funny.
longest time because she would like
She
hiss.
didn't hiss. You just heard.
No,
that.
she literally would be like, and
Like
you're
a goose?
Oh, right. Yeah, like
You
a
seen
goose.
a goose hiss?
I like goose. I like geese.
Every time I walk by, like if I'm walking a dog and you get too close, so that
I didn't. You guys have Canadian geese up here.
Yeah,
And
They're
we
huge.
don't. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you have?
Regular like African, like the weird geese.
What is a weird geese? What is?
They're
this?
just like normal geese. Like they're not they're not like black and white. They're just like
What?
the ones that you see at the zoo.
I don't even know what we're talking about. Hold on, I have to Google what a goose is supposed to look like.
Yeah, it's like
That's crazy.
not a Canadian one, just like a normal like
Yeah,
a goose.
we're on top of Canada.
It's white.
I'm gonna put a. You mean a swan? You're talking about
no,
swans?
no, it's not a swan. I watched a bunch of Animal Planet as a kid.
Yeah, I've
No,
never seen that motherfucker.
You've never seen
I've
that?
never seen
That's
that.
a domestic
That's a domestic goose.
A domestic goose.
Never
See?
seen that before. I've only seen. Yeah, you've never seen that.
I've never seen those.
Oh yeah, that's what we got.
Yeah.
These
I saw that and I'm like, those are mean as hell.
they are very mean.
So mean.
It is funny. It's funny because look at the second photo.
Oh, that's-
New
oh my-
Jersey Canadian geese, and it's just he's talking shit, and the other one's going, listen, no, I'm not gonna argue with the baby.
They're kind of cute though, but
Yeah.
have you ever
But
seen when they're
little
babies?
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
whole thing.
God,
That's when they freak out. Is they got babies and then you just try to get near them. So I live in Hoboken. In Hoboken, there's like a little section where they all hang out. Mm-hmm. Because it's actually like a piece of grass that's near the water, which New York City doesn't have. They put all the highways near the water.
Yeah.
So it's a piece of grass near the water. So they all come over and have their babies by us. And then and then they're walking with their little family. And you try to, but it's where everybody hangs out and kids and whatever. So it's like you try to get near them. And they're like, I got my fucking family here. And they're like freaking out on you. It's a lot.
Animals.
It's a lot. No, but you know what? The more you learn about an animal, because I have a dog, and the more that I hang out and watch, I'm not trying to speak I'm not trying to like speak human English to her, like I am, but like you get more out of it by like body language and like, being clear with physical touch and things like that. So like you just learn a lot about like creatures in the world just by having a dog. I mean, kids are obviously a better example but
They are animals.
yeah, but it's like, but like watching a goose protect, it's not any different.
Yeah,
than
not
like
any
some
different.
bitch in a parking lot yelling at somebody because it got too close to the stroller. It's the same thing. So
That's a good analogy there.
Yeah, you were like, I don't think he's going anywhere.
I don't know.
with this.
I was like,
And
he's
then I
got
got
it.
there.
He's got it.
It's close. I didn't think I was going anywhere either. I threw it together in the last minute. So okay, so it's a networking thing. So you're gonna do a lot of content this weekend or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna shoot content. Me and my husband, we got a couple trade shoots here or there.
Yeah.
Trying to get everything done for.
Is there a specialty? And this is on me to not have like heavily researched you, but I also didn't want it to be creepy. But do you have like a specialty that you guys hit on, or it's just?
No, I do a lot of fetishy stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm not ready for mainstream again.
Sure.
So we do a lot of fetishy stuff and do like the feet and the this and the that. So that's
Weirdest fetish you've heard of in or off on or off screen, or you've participated in on or off screen.
I mean, I've done like diaper fetish where like
Who's in the diaper?
the grown men.
Yeah.
So, but like I've seen so many fetishes, like it's not really like weird anymore. It's just like, oh, okay, like that's what you're into. That's what you're into. I mean, I've watched scat videos, which those were a little extreme.
So diaper doesn't necessarily mean somebody shitting in the thing. But
No.
Scat is.
Scat is.
I like that it's scat. That's
Yeah, isn't that like dirty? That's like a dirty word.
It's cute.
It's like a
though.
cute dirty word.
Yeah.
It's like
Because we all know what's going on, but that's what hunters call poop is scat. Hunters are weirdos, right? They're like touching poop, and they're like, it's warm, so he's still around here somewhere, right? Scat
Oh my
video.
God.
So wait, so that's straight. That's just shitting on somebody's chest, right? Like or is it
mouth.
Oh, okay. I don't want to go deeper into this.
Yeah, see, I do that. Oh,
I don't
yeah,
like
on
to
his
do
chest.
this.
Is,
I
oh.
can't handle cheese. Like I can't handle there
If you
being
can't
like a
handle
crumb
your
in the
cheese
cheese.
furry, then you can't
I
handle
don't want to
anything.
deal with. I don't want to deal with scat videos, right? Like I don't even like it when my dog accidentally eats like a piece of hair, and then the two pieces of shit are connected by that
Oh my
one
God,
string. You know what I mean? And it's like then you maybe have to go in there and grab it because she's freaking out because it's hanging off.
Okay, no, listen, my dog used to eat fucking underwear, and like you'd have to pull that shit out. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
It's a trade secret. Dogs love pussy.
That's so dirty.
Dogs will eat the crotch out of your underwear so fast. Yo, my dog will jump. Like that's the thing. Is the main like my dog will jump in bed and like clean up the mess. Like that's so. It's like it's fucking. It's creepy.
That is kind of creepy.
It's creepy, but I get.
That's a little much.
I get where she's coming from, though. You know what I mean? I get where she's coming.
I mean,
from.
it's a female dog, so I think it
I don't think it matters. I think every dog's into it.
You think?
Yeah.
I'm not testing my dog.
Yeah. Like I'm not gonna I would not like I'm not deliberately leaving like come around to see if my dog. You know what I mean? But
Just
like
if it dribbles.
Yeah, but for sure. Yeah, but for sure. Like whenever we make a mess. That shit's gone when we get back from the shower. So that's on some dog shit. So.
Oh God.
Yep.
Lord.
I was trying to keep it because the thing is like people that know me actually specifically know Tess. So I don't want to ruin Tess's like reputation on the planet. Like me, it's whatever. But Tess, we gotta watch her back. So okay, so you're. Can we say where you live?
Yeah.
You're in the fetish part of the world. You're in Tampa. Did you go to FetCon this year?
Yes.
What's the vibe at FetCon versus Exotica?
FetCon is definitely more fetish oriented.
Sure, but so basically a convention is a bunch of people walk around, there's booths and
Yeah, I mean they're more like lifestylists,
Okay.
like more lifestyle fetish people at FetCon. It's not so much like the big name porn stars that are coming in and just signing autographs. Like everybody gets along and it's just kind of like a big like party. They're all in latex and they're all
nice.
You got puppies that are dressed up and you got all sorts of things.
I don't think I've seen any dogs at Exotica. Yeah,
they were so cool. They like if I was maybe like 12 or 13, like I thought I was an animal.
Right.
So I would have loved that outfit when I was younger. Like
it's like a latex dog thing.
It's like some of them wear like the full latex.
Wait, time out. Wait, there was actual dogs there, or there's people that were
dressed
dogs?
like dogs.
Got it. Sorry.
There's also people that are dressed like horses too,
Sure.
and that I was like, I could trade my horse in for one of these ones.
Do you have a horse?
Yes.
So I literally walked in and I was like, "What's a weird thing that you can do?" And you were like, "I can do it, but it's gonna ruin my life." And you told me that you used to pretend that you were a horse and you've perfected it.
Yes.
Which is going to be our PTS content.
It's
for YouTube.
It's probably gonna freak you out. You'll probably never talk to me again.
I don't know if it's going to freak me out.
Do you want me to
so
neigh like a
excited.
horse too?
Whatever you got.
You want to pull
right
the
now?
whole-
You have a horse haircut too, so you're in there. You got the whole thing.
I got a ponytail.
Yeah.
No, listen. I just drove in and I didn't feel like doing my
I'm
hair.
not saying
okay?
you look bad. I'm saying you are very horse-like. If on the spectrum of
So
horse to
basically
not
you're
horse,
saying I look Sarah Je-
this
like
is
Sarah
the
Jessica
most
Parker?
horse you could be, like on the spectrum. And then when you do finish the horse dance, it's gonna be lined up. So wait, so people were so what else? Horse. I would.
I think they're called like pony. I think they're called pony boys, pony
Okay.
girls. Those are pretty cool because they have like whole saddles. Like they have like a whole shebang.
So what's the sexual part of it? It's the getting ridden?
I don't know. I've never like really asked them. Like
Was
I
anybody
was
who-
always curious too.
Is
Like,
somebody who was a goat?
no.
Because like goat fucking is like a big thing, right? So it's like, so it seems like if you were gonna inhabit an animal to get fucked, being a goat could be.
I've had goats, like real goats.
Yeah. So what's the goat vibe? So the guy that I knew that had goats, his big problem was that like he got two goats and they just kept fucking.
Yeah,
They kept making more goats.
Yeah, they just make more
And they
goats.
would
They're like rabbits.
And they would fuck each other, and they would fuck the siblings, because where else are you going to
Yeah.
fuck? And so then he ended up with some goats that were so far out of the gene pool that he had to just stop having goats.
Yeah, the goats are very. I had between me and my best friend, our kids showed the goats. So we were like the FFA moms.
That's cute.
Precious. So we would take them all to the shows, and like these goats are like we would have to blow dry them and like
Yeah.
and like scrub their feet, and like it was a fucking nightmare.
Pretty goats.
They were like
I
the
didn't know a goat
bougiest
could
goats.
Be pretty.
No, some of these goats are like worth $1,200-$1,500.
So because the goat is in this scenario where it thinks it's pretty, does it change its personality? Like
No,
does the
they're
goat
all
walk around?
no, they're all really shitty.
They're just dumb.
If you leave your drink out, the goat's gonna like and then throw it.
So you're at a goat beauty pageant, but the goat's just shitting anyway. He doesn't care.
They don't give two fucks.
He just shits where he shits.
Yeah, like we just got done making this goat all pretty. He's white and brown.
Right.
He jumped up in my car and took the Coke that was in there and like flipped it up all on top of himself like 10 minutes before we had to be in the show
You just
ring.
put the goat in the regular car?
No. He jumped in there because
Okay.
he was
him in the
only
back
like
seat.
maybe like 100 pounds.
Strap him
We've
in.
done that though. The pygmy goats.
Yeah.
I've like put them in the car and
Yeah.
like we've taken them into PetSmart and we've taken them like to Pet Cut, like all the pet
weird.
places,
It's
feed
weird.
stores.
I'm not saying it's the weirdest. I'm just saying it's weird.
They're actually really smart, but they are like kind of like they'll be in here nibbling all over these cords.
Yeah. Yeah,
They'll be
that's
like, "Oh,
what
what's
they
this?"
say about goats. That's like all the stuff. You know what I realized is the other day is remember all that stuff that we like learned from like Looney Tunes cartoons?
Yeah.
And like things that like the fact that like elephants are afraid of mice, all that dumb shit we had in our heads because
Yeah.
it was in cartoons, but it was actually pretty intelligent. Goats would eat everything, and now we've gone so far from that because every animal that's in a cartoon now is talking.
Yeah.
Right? I think everything was just more intelligent. That's the sound of it stopping. I think everything is just more intelligent now.
Yeah, no, I mean, some animals are intelligent. I mean, I supposedly have one of the smartest breeds of dog, but I have an Australian cattle dog.
Okay.
And they're supposed to be like super, super smart. And I just keep
Because they're
envisioning.
supposed to be able to like herd and shit.
Oh, yeah. And he can herd.
Yeah.
But like doing like certain like
You have
things.
a farm? Is this a
No,
thing?
I thought I wanted a farm when I
Okay.
was like not younger, but like in my 20s. I'm like, oh, I want a farm. And then I had to take care of all those fucking
Then you met
things.
the
And I'm like, you
goats.
know what? And the goats. We had 22 rabbits too. Show rabbits. So like you
Okay.
couldn't touch them. They
This
were
is
just
a real,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I went like.
I went. Where was I? I went somewhere. I'm somewhere, and I'm at one of these, and it's supposed to be a convention, but then they also had the rabbit thing, and I was
Like a state fair.
Yeah,
It's
but it was like an indoor thing in Florida
Yeah.
somewhere, and then they also, but it wasn't at all related to like farming, and then they also had the rabbits, and I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah,
But
it's a mess.
yeah,
It's a real expensive mess.
yeah.
But-
Rabbits is an expensive man.
Oh yeah, they have
crazy.
to have the best food. Then you have to brush them. You have to like
shit.
blow dry them. Yeah,
Which part of your life was this?
This was between 23 and 27.
Okay,
When
just
I-
4
and
years of committing to
Just
goats and rabbits.
4 years of committing to goats and rabbits, and then I also had 5 horses.
Still,
No, I only have one now.
Okay.
And he's old. He's like 30.
what happens? How long do horses live?
About 30.
Okay, so this could be it.
This could be it. But no, he's like I call him my little crab apple because
Yeah.
he's so fucking crabby, man.
Yeah?
I'm like, oh, hello, I love you. And he's like, "Ah." Like, get away.
Just get that way.
Yeah, he
but-
just gets crabby.
But like, think about your grandma. It's just like when everything hurts, it's just not fun to be alive anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
know what
But
I
I
mean?
mean, he literally like runs off into the pasture.
Yeah.
But like if I come in and I'm like, hey, do you want me to braid your mane? He's like, get the fuck away from
He's
me.
like, no, everything hurts, and
And he's like,
I'm done with it. I'm done with
get
being.
away.
I'm done being a horse.
Yeah, probably. He's like,
It's the life
can you just
cycle.
leave me here to eat my hay
It's
and just
time.
leave me alone?
Yeah, I just don't want to see anybody. I could see that. I could see that being a real thing.
No, that's definitely him. He's like, get the fuck out.
Get out of my fucking face. That's funny. So okay, so what's the weirdest animal you had?
Well, my sister's like reptiles. So growing up, we had like salamanders, scorpions.
Okay.
I don't.
How do you like hang out with a scorpion?
I don't.
Yeah, I just don't get it.
She'd like, would, because they glow in the dark. So she'd like put like the different colored black lights in there. And she's like,
Okay.
look how cool. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, but
I'm like, what if that bitch gets
How old are you?
out? 29. I'll be 30 next month.
So when I was growing up, they had a game called, I think it was called Creepy Crawlies, and you could make
Yeah,
neon
yeah.
scorpions. But that's the same. That
Yeah,
seems
they're
just as fun.
It was literally like, she just had them all in tanks. Now she has like a bunch of geckos from like different parts of the world.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
stayed
like,
at somebody's house where they had like all kinds of lizards. It was the lizard room, and there's a spare room.
The lizard room.
And it was like make sure when you leave in the morning you shut off all the lizard lights and this and that, and it's like, or turn them all on. And it's a big responsibility to never hang out with these things.
oh yeah. It's like, well, she loves the reptiles. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I like fur. So
Yeah, I just don't.
she had like this big, like I think it was a 7-foot Colombian red-tailed boa.
Okay.
The damn thing's name was Killer.
Sure.
And she had him from when he
That's
was like maybe
inviting.
like this big.
Yeah.
Like she got him when he was a baby, and he grew to like huge.
Right.
And she would just carry him around like he was a dog. Like she would just, oh,
and just
hello,
fucking
you want to
throw,
like
throw a squirrel in his mouth or something.
Yeah, I was like, he's gonna get you one day. He's sizing you up, but you wait.
Well, because that's the big thing. I was thinking about this the other day. Is like how long if I die? I always have this thought because you live in New York City. You always like if I die today, because it's like sometimes you just like if I get hit by a car or something. If I die today, like how long before anybody notices? And it's like, and you think about your dog noticing, or you think about if I die in my apartment, how long before my dog eats me, kind of thing. But it's like, so cats eat people like right away.
Really?
Yeah, this is like a joke I want to work on. It's like cats don't even really like a dog will wait until he's like starving, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then maybe he'll eat your ears, he'll eat your nose. Cats like you take a long nap and they might eat your face. Like that's cats like a cat thing to do.
I'm not a cat person.
So I wonder emotionally what it would take for like a boa constrictor to like decide to eat your hand.
I don't know. I don't want to find out.
Right?
I don't do the whole slithery.
Yeah.
I'm out.
I just don't get it.
I'm out.
I don't get the vibe. It's like the hangout part. It doesn't make any sense.
Hello, this is my nice, and he's like staring at you, and you're like,
Yeah.
okay.
He's just putting this thing out. He's like, is this mine?
Yeah.
I
no.
just wonder. It's like because the longer you hang out with the animal, the more you like learn really like how they interact. Like that's how dogs are. It's like they're like I'll come home and my dog will like be smelling me, and she's like, where the fuck you been?
Yeah.
And then I'll smell her back, and then she'll be like, listen, don't worry about me, and then she'll like leave. She'll like that's how I get her to stop smelling me. But I wonder if like snakes are that because their tongue is out, so they come home and you're just like they're like, where the fuck have you been? Who have you been hanging out with? What's going on?
That's possible. Snakes are sketchy.
You can't trust a snake.
Nope.
That's what they say. That's biblical. We did it all. We touched on everything. We touched on horses. We touched on fucking goats, shitting on people, and then now we're on the Bible. We did everything.
We've done everything.
How do we find you on the internet? How do we pay for your porn? How do we support you? All these things.
All of my social medias are at It's Macy Cartel, and then I have a Clips for Sale store, a Minivid store. I want Clips for Sale store.
We're ending at a perfect time because there's like some birthday party, something going on.
I know. I thought it was church.
A cult. Yeah, it sounds like a cult. Yeah, chanting.
Yeah, I think that's all of them. I always get confused because I have so many.
But you're the only Macy Cartel.
Yes.
Easy enough to find you.
Yes.
Twitter, all the things, Instagram. What's the clip site? What is it?
Macy's Fetish Factory.
Okay.
Is my site.
Cool.
Where you can find all the weird shit.
And pay for your porn. That's
Yes.
listen, if you like somebody in this industry, you want them to stay, pay for their porn. It's a surefire way to do it. It's no different than paying for your Netflix or your coffee. See, they totally agree. This is timed perfect.
This is perfect.
So check her out. Check out the Porn Sister People podcast. We're on iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, wherever you have if you switch from iPhone back to Google, we got you covered. Like us, follow us, comment us. Check out our Patreon. We're trying to hone in on what you guys are really looking for, and if we can set the levels that you guys get to pick your content, we're totally all about that. So check out our Patreon, support us that way. We have some behind the scenes content. I'm assuming that we're going to try to happen here with this horse thing, this horse running. So check that out. Thank you guys for listening. We drop a new episode every Sunday. Thank you to my guest, Macy Cartel.
Thank you.